What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to another episode of Superhero Saturday here on the Totally Cool channel. Your Totally Cool channel. Yep, I know, it's not Iron Man, it's not Batman, it's not any of the heroes that we've featured recently, and we've always wanted to do a series about the X-Men, which we've done in a few episodes ago, but I couldn't help myself but feature and show you and open this box with you of the leader of the X-Men. This was an old figure that was released a few years ago, but it was a reissue just came out. And this is not part of that reissue. This was part of the original release. So we're going to be opening a classic toy today. And stay with us and join us for this episode as we go through the figure, the many accessories, and of course, the iconic Hoverchair. So, let's talk about the X-Men's headmaster, Professor Charles Xavier. Now, Xavier came to life a few years ago on the big screen with Patrick Stewart, and then eventually James McAvoy. But this one is the X-Men we all know and love from the X-Men 97 series, including the, like I said, iconic Hoverchair. So, Professional Charles Xavier. There's something wrong with this box, guys. Better known as Professor Charles Xavier. It says Professional Charles Xavier. Now, this could be a classic because you've got the typo there. Better known as Professor X, is a highly gifted telepath. That's why he's always doing this. And scientific genius who develops the Cerebro device to aid in the ability to control and manipulate psionic abilities. In fact, it's supposed to augment his telepathy and all of his mind powers. So, we're not here to talk about Professor X. We're here to talk about the Professor X toy. So, if you look at the box, you see half and half of the Hoverchair. We're going to put that together in a bit. And you see Professor X in his very famous green suit and all of the other attachments. So let's not prolong this. Where's my cutter? And we will open it after we go through this left side flap. You see Professor X in his action pose. One hand on the temple and the other hand saying, "Listen to me, my X-Men." On the right, it shows the same picture, but on the back, amazing looking, full Professor X adornment with all of the effects that come with Cerebro, and as well as the Hoverchair. So, if you're excited, I'm excited. Let's be excited together. Let's open him up. We can't find the box cutters, but we have some scissors, and this will do. This will do. Open the right flap, as I am always doing. I'm always looking forward to these unboxings because I get to touch the toy. But I'm also sad because if you're a toy collector, there's that myth, and I think it's real, that you lose half the value of the toy when you open it. But that's only if you're going to sell it. So, one smooth stroke takes him out of the box. Wow, okay. I thought this was everything that I wanted to see, but the inside is just amazing. Look at the artwork. Look at the artwork in there. You see guys like, you see Jean Grey, you see Storm, you see Wolverine, and who else? Put in the comment box who else you see in the illustration in front of me, because I can't see it for myself. This is the first time I'm opening it. Guys, just want to let you know, every time we do an unboxing, I haven't opened the toy beforehand. So I'm experiencing the same thrill that you're feeling just seeing the toy firsthand. Okay? First time, first hand. So you've got Wolverine, you've got Cyclops, you've got Rogue, you've got Jubilee, you've got Gambit, you've got Beast. Pretty much the whole X-Men 97 cast. So that's it with the box. let's go to the toy. And what do you want to see? The figure, the chair, the figure, the chair, the figure, the chair, the figure first, the chair. Set this aside so that we could have more space. Let's go for the chair. Let's go for the chair. Snip, snip, snip. Snip, snip, snip. So the chair, so that it's not going to come in a bulky box set, comes in two halves. The right half and the left half. Okay. It also comes with, of course, it's a chair. It's got to have the back cushion. And since Professor X can't walk, you have to have a comfortable padded seat cushion. Seat cushion. Yeah. So, you also need, what else do you need? You need the blanket that covers his legs. So let's put them together and see how he looks. Pretty simple, I think. There are snaps and there are slots, and they just go together like so. There you go. That's it. Now for the seat cushion, you have a peg. There's a hole. Okay. So it just slots right in, following the. Wait a minute. Yeah. So it follows the slope like so, and he's got a nice little seat. And then you have this thingamajig, and there's a hole for it, so slide it in. When it aligns, it snaps in. He's good to go. Okay, now one of the fun parts of this hover chair is the hover effect. It's not a hover chair if it's on the ground, right? So here's what you can do. You bring out this particular effect. This attachment, there's a hole at the bottom, okay, and you just slot him in. Oh, it's hovering. It's hovering. Now, on to Professor Charles Xavier. Okay, we're not going to do the regular articulation review because this is pretty much your normal Marvel Legends, okay? So it's got the head, it's got the neck, it's got the shoulders, it's got the legs. Okay? They're regular Professor X, your Marvel Legends, okay? What I love about this figure is the accent of the tie, the green suit that's got some, it's ruffled, and it's how should I say this? It's you see the creases, and so the somehow realistic coat. All right, so Professor X cannot stand because he can't walk anymore. He lost the power to walk because of something that happened when he was younger. So his hand is posed like this because he needs to do this. When he's touching his forehead like that, or his temple like that, it's either he's reading your mind or he's trying to make you think what he's thinking. All right? Cut. So yeah, he does not have a migraine. He's just controlling you with his mind. And I love the way the face really brings you back to X-Men 97 with the eyebrows. The eyebrows that go like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Now, yeah, I have the usual complaint with, look at the eyebrows. Look at the eyebrows in that one. Like, yeah. My usual complaint: the pins that are visible on the elbows and the knees. But what can you do? Oh, he has the ab crunch, and he has the waist twist. Okay, very simple figure, not a very complicated one. It's a very basic one, but it's, again, love the fact that it brings back memories of X-Men '97. Oh, this one is the one for the mind. There we go. So not the other one. The other one's like, to me, my X-Men. Your balls are itchy. Okay. So let's put him. I don't know where that came from. Like, it's like. Yeah. Okay. Somebody's trying to tell me something. I don't know why he need. Okay, sorry. By the way, he cannot stand. For the life of me, I don't know why he needs accent on his ankles and his knees. Maybe when he goes into the astral plane. Okay. So now let's have him seated. Okay, but before that, I want to show you a nifty thing I just discovered, and this is this one. He has the controls of the hover chair on the left hand and on the right hand side of the chair to be hidden by these armrests. Nice, pretty nice accent. Love it, love it. Pretty thoughtful. It's got that kind of like a tablet or something. Pretty advanced for the time that it was conceptualized. So now let's have him sit down. Okay. Like so. It just goes in. Scratch. And, okay, make sure he's seated. And then you've got the cover for the legs, because he's conservative. There you go. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. See, even the blanket that goes on top of his leg has these creases. They're like folds. It's pretty nice. Now let's look at this other accessory. Yee. Oh, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to do that. Okay. So, we mentioned something about Cerebro, and this is the helmet, the Cerebro helmet. Okay. It magnifies his psionic powers. Multiplies it 1,000-fold, so he could reach out to every mind on the planet, and it looks like this when he's wearing it. Yeah, he's not Ant-Man, he's Professor X. Okay, now how do you know he's actually using it to magnify his mind powers, or he's just using that so he'll be safe riding his hover chair? This one, it's blast effects. This is not melted candle, guys. It's like a psionic blast effect from his mind. Let's see how that works. See, there we go. So now, okay, let's put this in properly. Okay, and then put it on his head. Okay, now that is a little bit frustrating. There we go. It's on. It's on. Okay, now he's... There we go. 2 times 2. 4. Okay, nice. I mean, just looking at him in this chair brings back that sound, that soundtrack. Right? He's there. He's facing Magneto. I wish we had a Magneto figure now so you would see how he compares. But let's do that next time. Let's start playing with these guys on screen. But for now, overall... Oh, there's another one. Okay, there's another one. Okay, this is not an alternate head. I'm not sure who this guy is. I'm not sure who this guy is. He's wearing a fez. Not the fez. Fez. This one, the hat. I don't know. Is he the Night King? I'm not sure. Used to be I think one of the opponents of Professor X when one of the first few mutants that he fought against in the astral plane. So I think he's gonna fit on the body of Professor X, but I mean, look at the head does not fit the body. All right. So let me know who this guy is. Put in the comments box so that I would know. Oh, okay. While I was putting him back in the box, it's fun to see that his sunglasses are not really attached. Okay, so you can put the sunglasses on or take them off and to see those red eyes. Okay, let's put that aside. So let's do a toy review. All right. Now, what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? First impression, you pretty much know what you're getting. You pretty much know what you're getting just by seeing him through the window of the box. But it's still classy. You know, this is one of those toys that give you what to expect and more. And more. Because once you put it together, it becomes, whoa, it has this feature. Wow, it has that. So first impression, in this case, first impression was already good, but the playability of the whole set was just over the top. You know, it set this expectation at this level and just went up. Okay, so many things you can do with the chair, with Cerebro. In fact, you could put Cerebro on a Jean Grey figure. So many things that you can do because Cerebro was also used by the other psionic-powered mutants in the X-Men school, which is Jean Grey, you've got Psylocke, you've got Emma Frost, and all the others. So, pretty cool. And then you put guys beside him, like the X-Men 97 Cyclops, or the X-Men 97 Wolverine, or the Bishop. Nice. Shelf appeal, God, this is a good centerpiece for any X-Men collection. In fact, this is the ultimate Professor X. If you're an if you grew up on X-Men 97 on the animation, or if you grew up on X-Men comics in the 90s, this is the Professor X. All right. So, price point. Like I said, when I got this, it was at the tail end of the run, so it was a little bit pricey. Now they're having a re-release. So that's a little bit cheaper. It brought the price down to a more reasonable level, still about 3,500 pesos. But the playset that you get, the chair alone, man, it doesn't cost a lot. But the chair alone, the hover effect, this is a really well thought out toy who probably was made by a fan of the animation and of the character. And this toy really does justice to the actual character and to the imagination of those who love this character, like me. So, with that, let's do a final rating. Is the Professor X and the Hoverchair not cool? No, I'm not saying X-Men. I'm just saying, no, it's not cool. Is it cool? Or is it totally cool? I think he is totally cool. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the whole package. It really brings him to life. He jumps out of the screen, jumps out of the pages. The Professor X. Just look at that angle. Just look at the hover effects. Even the accents, the points of air that come out of the hovercraft or the hover chair. They've thought about everything. Even the back, guys. Look at the accent on the back. This is the Professor X. And I challenge anybody to put in the comment box if they have a better Professor X figure in their collection or out there somewhere. With that being said, thank you for watching until the end of this video, and thank you for staying tuned to all of our videos. Keep on watching our channel. Don't forget to hit like, guys. Hit like so that we would know if you like X-Men, if you like the Iron Man series, or if you like whatever. Put in the comment box, any toy that you might want to see. We might actually have them. We have a very expansive collection. Not to brag, but we just have a very expansive collection. So, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Right now, we're about 10,500, and we want to add more to this growing toy community who loves toys. This channel made for toy lovers by a toy lover. And hit that bell button so you would not miss out on any future episodes, and follow us on Facebook and TikTok. Now, from one toy collector to another, guys, don't forget, toys are not just cool. They're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.